for my case, I only studied in Kenya. I never worked. So,
but you manifested it.
Imagine, despite of that, I have to want it, to dream of it. The embassy had no reason to decline me. I came here for Ausbildung. About visa, I just applied a long-term visa.
Life with Roots of my lovelies, inspiring you to live an empowered life. Today is a very, very special version. Like I promised, we're going to be having interviews on our channel, and we have the pleasure of having our very first guest ever. I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we'll let you know what we're going to be talking about.
Matilda here from Kenya, and I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Nice to meet you, Matilda. Nice to meet you. She's very shy. This is her first video ever, so definitely probably she'll be very calm and all that, but we'll try and do our best. So Matilda, we're going to be talking about immigration and integration. With the immigration part, I'm interested to know, why did you move from Kenya to Germany?
Okay, I came here for Ausbildung. I'm doing my training as a restaurant Fachfrau.
So you're doing your Ausbildung in restaurant Fachfrau.
Yeah.
And how long have you been living in Germany?
Now it's about 2 years.
Oh, 2 years already. That's amazing. That's amazing. So speaking of coming here as an Azubi, as you must have noticed on my channel, I also have lots of people ask me about the types of different visas of coming to Germany. For example, I have clients who have come through the Azubi visas or the Ausbildung. How easy was it for you to get this visa, and how did you even find this Ausbildung Platz?
Okay, for me, I applied it online. And another thing about visa, I just applied a long-term visa. Then I had all my documents with me, like it was registered for me to be in school, my exams and all that. Then the embassy had no reason to decline me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So basically, to get an Ausbildung Platz like you have, I always tell people you need a contract. So you already had a Vertrag. So the company that is going to have you here for the Ausbildung, they do the work, all the work, like I said, and then they send you the documents and you send to the embassy. That's amazing. So you've been here for around 2 years.
Yeah.
When you came here as an Azubi, what was the most difficult thing for you? We'll start from the airport. Did they pick you up, or did you have to take the train to the place? How did you go about that?
As in with the airport and my arriving here, as in my bosses, they were there already for me.
Yes.
Yeah, they picked me up from there. Then yeah.
All right. No, that's because that is something most people, like I have people asking me, so I'm coming to Germany, I don't know anyone, how will I make it from the airport? So of course it's always a plus if the company is picking you up. Yeah,
not even only your company, but as in when you're coming here, you're supposed to be like having a person maybe you trust.
Yes.
At least for you, because for me it was my first plane to my whole entire life. It was scary, but at least it was something like, I enjoyed the experience.
Yes, but it's definitely scary. I understand. If you've never been out of your country, never been on a plane, I totally understand that. I'm very curious, when you got here, before you even actually decided to come to Germany, what was the pushing factor for you? Why did you have to do your Ausbildung here? Was it because you always had a dream like to live in the first world, or why exactly did you choose Germany over any other country?
At first, we always have a say in Kenya, it's God. So
it's God. Yeah.
For me, I just woke up one day and I said to myself, I have to do like German studies, because I used to have these inspirations to know many foreign languages.
Wow,
and I dreamed, I used to see myself working in a very big company, like hotels, restaurants. So it was my desire to have it. And at that time, I never had any plans. Like I never knew anybody to assist me, to tell me, to show me the way.
I know.
I said to myself, let's try it and I'll do it.
Lovely. And that's why I'm doing these interviews, because again, that is social empowerment. For me, what I do, I offer consultations, but then again, doing interviews like this with you shows people you can do it. Because most of my clients, even when you encourage them and guide them, most of them always feel like they need someone to do everything for them
No, no,
and
no.
give them the passport, you know.
No,
You
never.
must want it, you know.
You
Yeah.
you have to want it, to dream of it, and even if, despite your situation,
Yes.
you have to tell yourself, I can do it. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
who you are, where you come from. It's
Yes.
yourself. You
And
have to
put in
live
the
it.
effort, yeah, like you put in the effort, you learn the language. So it's I'm glad about this interview, definitely. I'm sure it's going to help one person out there or even more, you know. So you come to Germany, they pick you up, you start your Ausbildung. Which level of German language did you have?
Back at home, surprisingly, I had only A1.
How did you get in here? Because normally with Ausbildung you must have at least B2. So tell us, give us the tea.
It's
How is that
good.
possible? It's
It's
good.
good. It's good, and
So
you're
your
self
company was
pushing.
okay with you having A1?
Yeah. They told me, like they wrote me a letter.
Yeah.
I don't know how they call it. It's not invitation, but something that they want me
Confirmation letter,
in my
yes.
situation, the way
Yes.
I am. I'll
Yes.
come and proceed with the others here in
Okay.
Germany.
No, definitely they have that veto right also, but most of the times, especially now the field that you're going in, you must be able to speak the German language. But
Yeah.
I imagine since you're going to go through the training, they were sure that by the time you finish your training, you'll have learned the language. And the profession you're working in is not like if someone's coming to work as a nurse or in the health sector, then you must be able to communicate
Yeah,
properly with
deeply.
clients. So definitely it's possible. You also said you made your application online, which I always tell people when they ask me. I share links, I share websites with them, and maybe later we can put it in the comments. You can let us know which website you found your Ausbildung, for example, so that maybe other people can check that out. Speaking of your journey for being here roughly 2 years, what would you say right now? Do you think you made the right decision coming to Germany?
Yes, it was the best decision
Oh,
ever, ever, ever. I
ever,
don't,
ever.
yeah, I don't regret it, by the way. I feel I'm so blessed with what I thought I can do it, and I've made it.
Yes. And you've made it. Truly, you can say
Yeah.
you've made it, especially considering that you did everything yourself, like you've said. You didn't have anyone holding your hand, like I
Yeah.
hold my clients' hands. And it's amazing. That's what I tell people. It's possible. You don't even have to waste money on scammers who tell them they're agents, that they're going to bring them to Germany. That is something that I really, really like to communicate. You can do it. You have to believe in yourself. And that's why self-confidence is important.
Yes.
Again, I also offer coachings, you know, and mentorships for such situations. Because in your case, like you said, you had never even been on a plane, you know.
Nine. Never.
So that means already you're a very self-confident person. You believe in yourself and you put in the effort. That is very, very important.
Yeah.
How is your journey so far with your Ausbildung? Are you happy with your Ausbildung, or are you dreaming of doing something else in a different sector?
Not even at the moment, but
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it because it's something I wanted. Like I dreamt of it. It's something I wanted to do it even
Yes.
before, since I was in high school. I remember I was
Ah.
in high school, and we were with my group mates, like my desk mate and the friend, and we were talking about our careers. Then
Yes.
my best friend said she would like to be a teacher. Then I was like,
Oh.
I would love to be a hotel manager or a restaurant manager, or to deal with
Wow.
housekeeping. Then guess what she told me? Housekeeping, you'll be there like washing
Oh,
towels and
she
all that.
thought.
Then I was,
I know. She pictured it in the third world poor community,
imagine,
context. I know, but you manifested it.
imagine,
Yeah.
despite of that, but I had the same dream.
So it's your dream profession. You've always
Yeah,
wanted to work in the hospitality sector. No,
yeah.
that is very important. I also always tell people, I think I did a reel recently where I'm like, whatever job you're doing right now, ask yourself, would I still do this job if I was not being paid? You understand? It has to be something that you really love. And in your case, it's a job that you really love. Of course, you need the money, you need to survive, but you love it so much. You had to take all the risks, you had to take all the measures, you had to go on your first plane ever in life to come to a foreign country. And of all countries, Germany, you know. So
Yeah.
definitely that is very, very encouraging and amazing.
Yeah.
So
Thanks to,
switching,
can
you're
I say
welcome.
something?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, thanks to my mom. I had a very supporting mom, because whenever I tell her, Mom, I need to do this and we
Yeah.
need so and so, and she doesn't deny me. She's
Oh,
like, yes, we'll do it. Is this because I after even it's called it, high school, I never
Yes.
had passport, even in my college. So I told my mom, Mama, we need passport. Maybe it can help us somewhere one day. Then she was
I
like,
just like that.
imagine, and
Wow.
she was like, okay, you go do a research how we can apply it, and this is
Yes.
the money, we do it. Then even with the
Wow.
language, because I remember I was in college doing my
Yeah.
food and beverage. Then my teacher was like, why are you doing Germany, and we use in our
English.
hospitality industry, we use English and
And
French, why are you doing German? Then I was like, I don't know why it was pushing me to do German. But at the end of the day, I told my teacher, let me, I've chosen this, let me do
yes.
this.
So we were talking about your mom. She literally supported your whole journey. She paid for the language course. She paid for your passport,
Yeah,
even though
so
you
much.
didn't have a concrete plan of how you'd make it to Germany.
Imagine.
You know, and that's what I call motivation. That's why I call dreaming big, because I always say dreaming is the cheapest luxury we have. You know, you don't have to pay to dream. So you dreamed, but also put it in action. You
Yeah.
work towards it. How many siblings are in your family?
Oh, we are four,
Yes.
and we have adopted one, so we are five.
Wow. Are you the oldest or somewhere in the middle?
Imagine.
Are
I'm
you
the
the
first,
oldest?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
so
the
you're the
first
door
one.
opener for everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. And the others are all still in Kenya. Your mom is still in
Yeah,
Kenya.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you talked about only your mom. You don't have a dad?
We have our dad.
Okay, but the relationship probably you're more
Yeah,
closer
yeah,
to your
yeah.
mom.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I totally understand. No, support is also very important, especially when we look at it in our African context.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone has the financial means. We come from very different family backgrounds, and that is something I also notice with my clients. You know, people that are dreaming, people that want to do something, but they're like, I even not have the money to finish high school.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I always tell people, your problems don't define you. Like you've said, you really have to, if it means I have to go somewhere and wash clothes, like you've said, so that I can pay for my language course, then I'll be doing it, you know.
Yes,
But
yes.
you also have to put some effort and not just cry to people. You see, I don't have money. I can't save the whole world. I would love to, but I can't, you know. But you really have to put in the effort like you did in your case. So let's jump to integration. How has your journey in Germany been so far? Blow us away a bit, culture bit. Tell us, how has it been so far? For example, when you come to a foreign country, I don't know if you came in winter or in summer. For me, alone, the weather, for example, is something to talk about. Like, which season did you come? What was your first impression of Germany?
To September.
Ah,
September it was
September, herbst, yeah. You came in autumn.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I had problems like with these culture shocks
Yeah.
and all that. When it comes to, like, I was scared that like even going outside I can't use the road, because I'm scared if
Oh,
I go, I never knew how to use the road.
then
Like, you have to
the nav.
pitch in before hitting
Oh,
some green.
yes, like using the traffic lights. No, that can be really tricky, and of course the first cars here.
Imagine.
Yeah, so I can imagine.
Even to use the trains,
Yeah,
at
you had to
home.
use public transport. Tell me how.
At home, I left that it was like newly this they've brought this SGR, our new
Yes,
trains
yes.
from these Chinas. They built it for us. So I never used it at home, but my first train I used it here in
In
Deutschland, and
Germany.
I was like, I used to see people, they have to go, I don't know if it is your station, you have
To
to
press the red button.
then you go out. Then I'm like, if I go, it doesn't work. Then I was scared even to travel alone, but now
No, but that's not just you. I even know Germans, for example, who have never traveled by train. Or when my person, because I live in the countryside, I first used a train after around 10 years of living here because I have a car. And then when you live in the countryside, it's not the normal mode of transport. So I remember the first time I saw use the train, I was like totally scared. I was also thinking, I remember very well, I was like looking at the doors and I was like, so how do the doors open? If it stops at my station and it doesn't open, how do the doors open? So, but you have to be street smart, watch other people, how they're going about it. Of course, read the signs, but it's very, very intimidating, especially coming from a country like ours where it's not like the usual kind of
imagine even
transport
the
mode.
buses. I
Yeah.
used to scared to use these buses. It took me a long time for me to use them. But
Yes.
now I know how to use them. Then that stress and all that,
Change.
not anymore.
So would you pay like on a daily, or did you buy a year's card? You know, like we have a card that you can buy and you use it the whole year, or you buy everyday ticket like in Africa where we buy for Matatu. How did you go about it?
I have a ticket which
Yeah.
I paid automatically from my bank. monthly.
Monthly, yes. Yeah. Okay, that's better. That's even much better. Yes, I'm asking you these questions because, of course, the people out there that are dreaming of coming to Germany, that are already in the process, and these are things that can be very intimidating if someone doesn't have the information, you know. But what do you think of our public transport? Is it something that you find actually is quite okay, like everything works out for you? Or how would you compare that to Kenya, for example?
It's as in it's okay. It's very much okay for
It's
me, and it's
convenient.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
very much better
Yeah.
because with the if you have a ticket, it's an advantage for you. You can
Yeah,
travel
true.
anywhere how you like it.
Yeah.
As in, you have to only watch out and be available at
On time.
on time.
That's true. No, the convenience is also good. I also find it amazing. Even when, you know, like when I drive long distances, I'm always like, oh, if I was in a train now, I wouldn't have to struggle, you know, like when you're driving on the highway and all that. So I find our public means of transport very convenient. And especially if someone doesn't have a car or if you're just new in Germany, it's also very cheap. I find it's very affordable. So definitely. So in your case, I want to ask, how was it for you to find a job? Because again, you came directly with an Ausbildung. You've not started that hustle of searching for a job.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So probably if you're nice and you do well with the Ausbildung, they will take you over. Normally that's what happens. They offer you a job.
Yeah.
If you like to stay.
If you'd like to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you already started making thoughts about like where you want to work, like to search for a job, already have your CV, or how do you picture that in your head?
At the moment, not yet because I'm still on my books.
Yes.
Like I need to do a very good strict preparation for my exams next year.
Yes.
Yeah, so I need to.
You have 1 year remaining, right? Because you've done 2 years. Okay. Yeah. No, that's amazing. I'm thinking of the questions that I want to ask for my community. What would you tell someone who dreams of coming to Germany, be it to study, be it to work, be it to live here? What are the nice things that you've discovered about Germans so far that you tell someone who is in Kenya, Uganda, Thailand, wherever to move to Germany?
Like Germany, it's a place where first of all there is a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
And regardless your situation, your whatever, they give us chances and space, room to do something, to try something,
to grow.
For my case, I only studied in Kenya. I never worked, so I never had any experience.
Work experience. Yes.
But here, look, now I know my job, my work well. I can do it with no hesitation. So
yeah, that's true. I always see a joke on Facebook. In our countries, unfortunately, if you come like out of university or college, all the jobs they're asking for 10 years work experience. And you're wondering, where are people going to get the 10 years work experience if you don't give them the jobs as beginners? So definitely you are absolutely right. So are you single? Are you taken? What is your situation? Which situation are you in now?
I'm taken already.
Oh, lovely.
In a very serious relationship.
Oh, that's lovely. You know why I'm asking that? Because again, this is all about social empowerment. This is all about navigating life. And of course, I have people ask me, you know, how easy is it to find a partner in Germany? People are scared, like, if I come to Germany, will I even be able to find a partner and get married? So what would you be your take on that? Did you find your partner here in Germany?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to go so much into your private life. Of course, I respect that. But my lovelies, don't get scared to relocate. Don't get scared to move abroad. Yes, you'll still be able to find your soulmate, get married, and live hopefully happily ever after. Matilda, I really have to thank you so much for having agreed to this spontaneous interview. I know it was something that you were not very comfortable about, but you offered me, which I really appreciate. You are our first ever interview partner, conversation partner here, and I really appreciate that. Is there any last words you'd like to give out, maybe to your friends, to your family that supported you, or to anyone that would like to move to Germany?
For me, what I'll like to tell my people, in general, like, we should not be scared, and whatever we wish to pursue in our life, like we dream to have it, then we should go for it.
We should go for
regardless our situation. You know, I used to remember my principal teacher in high school. He used to tell me,
excuse me, the microphone. Yeah, it's okay, go on.
He used to tell us, we have two exams in this life.
Yeah.
We have school exams.
Yes.
And as in general, life
the life exam. Oh,
so
yeah.
if you're not good in school, you're not doomed. You're not doomed.
You're not dumb.
Stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. So you should. It's okay if you fail in high school or in college, or
Yes.
you're not like a studied person. It's okay.
Yes.
But that doesn't define you. Then
Exactly.
you have to work hard for yourself. You have
Yes.
to push it in this life.
Because life has many opportunities to offer, and I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching. Probably the video is not perfect, but you'll have to move along with us, grow with us. And of course, if you're watching and you'd love to share your story, you'd like to be a guest on this channel, DM me anywhere on my socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, Snaps, under the same name, Rusof. And of course, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your friends. My Kenyan community, let this video roll and let's grow together. Thank you so much, Matilda. Until next time, my loves. Bye.